Hi, third graders. We are today talking about drawing conclusions and asking questions. So please make sure you have your paper in front of you. Make sure you have a pencil. And we're going to go through the top and the directions and talk about this a little bit. Here we go. A conclusion. We've talked about this a little bit before. A conclusion is a decision you reach after thinking about facts and details you read. So when you come to a conclusion about something, now sometimes we think about conclusion. The conclusion can be the end of a paragraph or the end of a piece of writing. You wrap it up. This is different. This is drawing conclusions. This isn't like drawing a picture. Drawing conclusions means using what you know to figure something out. So after you've read, you need to think about the facts and details that you know, that you read about, or maybe it's things that you already know, and coming to a conclusion, coming to a decision about it, what you can figure out. Look at this second bullet point here. You can also use what you already know to help you draw a conclusion, your prior knowledge. You can use both of those things to help you come to a conclusion. Then ask yourself, does my conclusion make sense? Does what I figured out make sense with what I've read or with the story? So let's take a look here. Read the following passage. Complete the chart to draw a conclusion. Now, does that mean you're going to draw a picture? No, we're going to figure out what it's talking about from what we've read and what we know. So let's take a look. Plants need food, water, and sunlight to grow. Most plants make their food from the sun. Some of us read about that. That's called photosynthesis. Venus flytraps have a special way to get their food. Venus's flytraps trap and digest insects. Their leaves snap shut in an instant when something crawls inside. The insect's movements set off the plant's trigger hairs. Venus's flytrap leaves grow close to the ground. A tall stem grows from them. In the spring, white flowers bloom at the top of the stem. Insects, such as honeybees, help by carrying pollen from one Venus's flytrap to the next. All right, so let's talk about what we know. Fact or detail? Where are the leaves located? Well, what did it say? Go back and look and find. Go back up and reread and see if you can find where are the leaves. Here it is. Venus's flytrap leaves grow close to the ground. So where are the leaves? Close to the ground. Now they didn't give us enough space really to write complete sentences, so I didn't start with a capital or a period. Fact or detail? Where are the flowers located? Let's go back up here. I want you to reread and see if you can find where are the flowers located. I found it. White flowers bloom at the top of the stem. So where are the flowers located? On the top of the stem. So, what can we conclude about the honeybees? Insects such as honeybees help by carrying pollen from one Venus's flytrap to the next. So what can we conclude? So they carry the pollen without getting caught in their trap, because the trap is close to the ground. The flowers are way up tall. So the honeybee wants the pollen, the nectar up there. So he's far away from the trap that's down below. So honeybees can carry pollen from one flower to another without getting caught in the trap. Okay? You need to pause and get that written down. That's fine. Does your conclusion make sense? Does that make sense that they're not going to get caught in the trap? Well, I think it does. They're not going to get caught in the trap because the flower is up tall, up high, and the trap is down below. So, yes, it makes, be careful of those K's, makes sense because the flowers are up high and the trap is down low. So, tell how asking questions helped you make a good conclusion. So we asked questions about where the leaves were. We asked questions about where the flowers were. So asking questions helped us determine where the leaves and flowers were so we could see the difference and why honeybees wouldn't get trapped. So ask about how asking questions helped you make a good conclusion. It helped me see the difference between flowers, I'm going to go way down here, and leaves. Okay? All right. If you need to pause, go ahead and pause the video. I'm going to take a quick peek at the next page. I'm not going to do the whole thing with you. It's about the same concept. Drawing conclusions, asking questions, okay? A conclusion is a decision you reach after thinking about facts and details. You can also use what you already know. Ask yourself, does my conclusion make sense? I think I'll read it, and then I'm going to have you answer the questions. Follow along with me. It looks like my screen is flashing, so follow on yours. My friends and I started a nature writing club. We asked our parents to join us. We hiked different trails every Saturday. We saw waterfalls, lakes, rivers, and streams. We saw trees, grasses, and wildflowers. We saw insects, birds, frogs, turtles, and small mammals. Sometimes Mike went fishing, but no one else did. While we were there, we wrote about what we saw. At the end of the year, we put all of our writing together to make a book. Now, I'm going to ask you to go ahead and answer these questions in complete sentence. Now, when we were looking at the last page, remember, how many times did I go back up and reread to find answers? Several. So read the question, think about it, go back up and look for the answer, and then come back. So make sure you do some rereading. Okay? All right, friends, have a great day. Read a book today, and I'd love to hear from you in the comments on Dojo. What's something you've been doing, maybe outside or reading a book. All right, friends, talk to you later.